Hello, I'm Mark McCabe. I run a company called Artificial Grass. I've just put together this small presentation. It's basically just to give prospective clients an idea of the comprehensive process really that we go through in order to provide a professional artificial grass installation. I hope this helps you understand what we do. Now this is a image of a garden before we started work a little over a week ago in Crosby, Liverpool. As you can see, it's kind of overgrown, full of mud. It's got a broken down patio here, and over here it's got a bit of a border. The other angle, you can see a little kind of wall here that we got rid of for the client as well, and again the broken down patio. This step here we also replaced. This garden was actually for a family with 4 young kids, so not perfect really. They couldn't really use it at all during the winter, even autumn and kind of spring months really. It was only really used in the summer, so they were over the moon when we finished because we provided an all year round garden for them really. 3 young lads as well who loved playing football. It was kind of perfect for them. We also eliminated this border here for them, and we did a kind of artificial grass wall to wall, almost like carpet fitted really. So it was a great transformation, which I think you'll agree in a minute. This is the last kind of angle that you can see a little bit of the broken down patio again there, but again it just illustrates that you know, it really wasn't usable, the garden. This is kind of the first thing that we do. We basically take everything out that's not required and kind of flatten the land as best we can, and then we'll install wooden plinths which are tannalized battens. You can just make out here around all the borders. These are then staked in to about 6 or 7 inches, sometimes up to 12 inches depending on the lie of the land really, and how soggy and wet it is and whatnot. But as you can see, that was where the shed was initially, by the way, just to give you an idea and get your bearings if you like. Now we've uplifted the patio here, the little wall that was along here, and as you can see we've just kind of taken the little step up as well, and we're going to replace that with the stuff that we've taken away on the level that we want, but that would probably be the next step. But just to show you, you know, how much we've taken out and what we've cleared out. In this case, you know, I think it was an 8-ton skip, so there's a lot of work that kind of goes into it really. It's all about the preparation work to get a good job or a good finish and installation in the end. Again, just another angle of the garden there, just to show you, you know, everything's been taken out. Once that's been achieved, we then bring in crush and run, or MOT as some people call it. It hasn't been compacted here, but we've just raked it out as and tried to get it as even. It's basically just to make the ground a bit firmer really, a bit more solid, and once that's in place we would then get the vibrating plate in, whack it all down, get a nice solid finish on it. Where we can't get the whacker in, we use one of these rammers around the borders, an earth rammer, which gives just as good a finish as the whacker or the vibrating plate there, as you can see me working away. Same here really. We normally go one way then the other really to get a good finish with the whacker, just to get it as flat as possible if you like really. Once that's sorted, we'll put in a couple of ton of grano dust or granite dust. Initially we used to use sand or Mersey grit really, coarse sand, but we've learned through experience really that sand can actually wash away, because the grass is actually perforated to help the water drain through. Sand does actually wash away over time, not overnight, but you know, 3 or 4 years time you can wash the sand away, and that can cause a little bit of subsidence. So we've discovered that granite dust or grano dust like this gets more of a solid surface, and the water won't wash it away over the years, you know. So we give a 10-year guarantee. So we find the granite dust finish, you know, you can actually use this on footpaths and stuff on its own, and it'll give a really good solid finish really. Once that's down, we then install geofilm or weed film This is obviously to prevent any weeds coming through the holes that are in the grass, the water holes that we have to obviously help the drainage. Weeds would find the light if you didn't put this in, so just to prevent that happening really, we put some geofilm in, or weed film as some people call it, and that makes sure that you don't have any problems in the future, or any callbacks. We tend to overlap this as well, so you know there's no chance of the weeds coming through. And obviously it goes onto the battens, as you can see there, and it's actually stapled onto those battens. Then now we've got, this is the initial image where the shed was over here, so you're looking from exactly the same spot really. The grass has been brushed up, basically because it's been on a roll for a few months, so just to help it stand up we just give it a brush up there, so it's standing very upright there. But as you can see, the garden looks just a whole lot bigger, better, it's usable, there's no mud, no muddy mess, you know, so you've got pets, it's perfect for that. Obviously in this instance, you know, the three young lads playing football, you know, they were really looking forward to playing on this really. It's actually a join in the middle here as well, but you know, obviously you can't see that either, you know, so there's not a problem if you've got a new unusual shaped garden. The grass actually comes on 4 meters by 25 meter rolls, so normally if it's 4 meters or less in either way, this way or this way, you know, it's actually an easy job for us then because there's no joins. But this garden's actually 8 meters by 6, you know, so there had to be a join down the middle in effect really there. But as you can see, you can't really see that. Each angle's shot, you can't see the join at all really. But this is obviously, the shed was over here just to get your bearings. Again, I think you'll agree, fantastic finish really, and a usable all year round garden. Now I'm standing where the shed was when I took this picture, so it, again, just gives you an idea of, you know, how the garden would look really. I think you'll agree it's a fantastic transformation. The step's been finished off there as well. That was all kind of rickety and unstable really, so my colleague Steve has repaired that as part of the job really. Not a freebie, but you know, we did it for cost really, because we didn't realise it needed doing when I went and quoted on the job. Now if you look at the before and after pictures, you know, obviously this is from the same angle as then we can do. You know, this is almost unusable, this garden here. You know, every time they were going to this shed you're getting full of mud and whatnot, but obviously here it's you're looking at an all year round garden in effect really. And Mike and Lindsay, whose house it was, were absolutely over the moon with the finished product really. Again, you know, just another angle of the garden, but again, you know, you can just see what a transformation artificial grass can make. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we removed the dodgy patio and we recreated their step and relaid it, and that was just up for £1,500. I think it was 1,550 in the end. You know, but as I said, the house owners, Mike and Lindsay, lovely couple, they were more than happy with that price. They did in fact actually receive a £100 discount because of the work was carried out just prior to Christmas, to be honest, but you know, for say £1,650, you know, still very good value. Again, just reiterating what I've just said really here, for 1,500, it was actually 1,550. You know, you got the before and after again there, you know, and as I said, I think it's a fantastic transformation really. So if you're looking for a quote, you know, if you give me a call, I'm Mark, free quote and measure up. I'm more than willing to pop round when it's it suits you really, on 07542 682 487, or you can get me on the landline 0151 208 5813. We're based in Frankby on the Wirral, but we cover all of Liverpool, Chester, and obviously the Wirral as well really, all of Merseyside really, and Cheshire, and some we've done some jobs in North Wales, to be honest, and the prices start as little as £25 per square metre, and that's kind of supplied and fitted. Thanks for listening.